not going to mince words today. I'm just going to speak my mind. I'm just going to be legit. I'm not going to mince my words. Dustin May's got to go. He's got to go. That is what I think is the last true move that the Red Sox can make that will help this team become World Series contenders. There are two honorable mention moves, Jordan Hicks in the bullpen and Masataka Yoshida at DH, but I genuinely believe that the Red Sox are going to stick with both of them, so that's why I didn't mention them here. Dustin May, I do think, is expendable. I don't think the other two are. So I know people in the comments are going to say, what about Yoshida? What about Jordan Hicks? I don't believe that they are going anywhere. I think that their spots on this roster are relatively safe. Dustin May, on the other hand, I think could be gone. And I think at this point, it really comes down to Craig Breslow's ego. And I'm going to touch on that here in a second. But Dustin May has been nothing short of abysmal since he's joined the Red Sox. His line last night against the Pirates, 5 1/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 Ks. Not good. Not good. He had multiple opportunities where, the Red Sox put up a few runs and then he just gave those runs away instantly. He got the bases loaded, I think twice it was, with no outs. Just unacceptable. And the fact that this was your rotation upgrade at the deadline is just despicable. I'll talk about that in a second. Since joining the Red Sox in general, 25 1/3 innings pitched, 32 hits, 17 runs, 16 of them earned, 11 walks, 25 Ks. That's not a good line, guys. It is not a good line. And if you are going out every 5th day and you are running Dustin May out on the mound, it feels like you're going to lose the ball game. I think he's lost every game except for one. Don't fact check me on that. I might be wrong on that, but from what I believe I read, he's lost every game that he's pitched so far for the Red Sox except for one. Why are you trotting out a pitcher every 5th day that is basically an automatic loss? It's not worth it. These are games against the Pittsburgh Pirates that you should be winning. The Blue Jays have lost the last 2 nights, and you didn't gain any ground in the division. Game 1 I can forgive. You've got a rookie making his Major League debut, and Paul Skeens is on the other side. I can't excuse yesterday's loss, and Dustin May's a big part of that. 7 of the 10 runs are on his watch. One of them is unearned, but it doesn't matter. 7 of the runs are on his watch. It's unacceptable. You can't continue to put out a pitcher who is not contributing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It cannot happen. He's had one good outing for this team. And that outing, the offense put up 14 runs. So he had unlimited run support. So he was comfortable, felt like he could throw his pitch, what he wanted to throw. He could make his outs, and he pitched well. It's great to pitch well when you have a 14-run cushion. But when you're in a game against a team that is going to fight, maybe take a lead, and your offense isn't going to give you 14 runs, he crumbles. He doesn't pitch well. He has been atrocious other than that. And you traded away James Tibbs for this? One of your headlining pieces in the Rafael Devers trade, you traded away for this production? No. We've already talked ad nauseum about how bad this trade deadline was for the Red Sox. But I think that Craig Breslow just needs to take the L. I think the reason why they have not moved on is because they couldn't afford to do it because this was their upgrade in the bullpen. But I think there are options in AAA specifically that are better options than trotting out Dustin May. We're going to talk more about this in a second, but you let me know, should the Red Sox release Dustin May? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I think it's a no-brainer. It would be a net positive no matter who you call up, but you let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Start the conversation down below in the comments. The Pirates' offense is the worst in baseball. The worst. Statistically, the worst offense in baseball. And Dustin May gives up 7 runs. Again, 6 earned, but I don't care. 7 runs against statistically the worst offense in all of baseball. You lose a series to the worst offense in all of baseball. At home, nonetheless, at Fenway Park. There's no way that Kyle Harrison does worse than what Dustin May did yesterday. There's no way. I get it. People don't like the underlying metrics. I understand that. I get that they're still tooling with his arsenal. I understand that. You're trying to win ball games. If he can go out and pitch cleanly, let him go out and pitch cleanly. I don't care about the underlying metrics. I care about wins and losses. And Dustin May is losing you ball games. Take the L on the May trade. Take the L. I don't care, Craig. Take the freaking L and cut him loose. Because you cannot continue day after day after day, every fifth day, trotting him out on the mound. It's a liability. You are losing ball games because of him. Take the L. Let him go. Call up Kyle Harrison. See what the kid's got. He cannot be worse than what Dustin May has done in his tenure as a Boston Red Sox. It cannot be worse. And I'm going to throw Craig Breslow's words right back in his face. Here's what he had to say a few days ago when talking about releasing Walker Buehler. Circumstances around the roster have changed, and we need to make sure that we're thinking about best positioning this group to win as many games as possible down the stretch. Well, Craig, if you want to position this group to win as many games as possible down the stretch, Dustin May's not in this rotation. Dustin May's not on this team. Because he is holding you back from winning games. You should have won yesterday. You should have won the day before. And if that would have happened, hindsight's always 20/20. But if you would have won those 2 games and Toronto lost those 2 games, you'd be a game and a half back in the East right now. But no, you're not. Because you can't take an L on a trade that was a failure. Craig, I'm talking directly to you right now. You're a great guy. You've made a bunch of awesome moves in the offseason especially. Bringing in Nathaniel Lowe, pat on the back, fantastic. This trade deadline was a failure. It was. It was a failure. Take the L and let's just move on. Let's move on. It's worse if you continue to throw him out there every 5 days. If you cut bait now, then I'm fine. But if you continue to trot him out, I'm going to have more of a problem. I think you just call up Kyle Harrison and see what he has. At this point, it cannot be worse than what Dustin May is trotting out every 5th day. It cannot be worse. Would you call up Kyle Harrison? Yes or no? Simply type in the comments. Yes or no? Would you call up Kyle Harrison? Let me know in the comments. This is the type of analysis you're going to get on the channel, guys. I am a Red Sox fan. I bleed Red Sox red. I was born and raised a Red Sox fan. I am going to criticize when they need to be criticized, and then I will praise when they deserve to be praised. This is my commitment to you, and that's why you should subscribe, because you are getting unfiltered commentary on your favorite baseball team from a fellow fan. Hit that subscribe button, join the channel. I promise I will never waver. I will never, ever BS you guys. Hit that subscribe button right now. Oh, we can talk about the rest of the game. The game was just a stinker. It was really bad to watch. Thank God there was college football on, because that was not a fun game to watch. So I'm glad there was college football on, because I couldn't watch that solo. That would have been really, really rough for my Saturday. Brennan Bernardino gives up 2 runs as well. He had a rough outing today. It just wasn't great. The rest of your bullpen was really good. Greg Weissert comes in and strikes out the side. Steven Matz gives you a perfect 8th. Jordan Hicks gives up a run in the 9th. At that point, the game was out of touch, so he was really kind of the mop-up guy. But yeah, I mean, Dustin May really was kind of the big stain on this entire game. But your offense didn't do much either. They continue the trend of leaving runners on base, not hitting with runners in scoring position. You have 8 hits to 8 Ks. I mean, that's not a horrible ratio. You also walk 3 times. Trevor Story goes 2 for 3. He has 2 runs and a walk as well. Romy Gonzalez goes 2 for 4. He has 2 RBIs. Carlos Narvaez has a home run in this game. You did a little bit, but not enough. You had, I believe, if I remember correctly, you had bases loaded at least twice in this game with less than 2 outs, and you just failed to convert. That's just the story of this. Like I said, 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. You left 8 runners on base. You had opportunities, and you didn't. You just weren't up to task. Alex Bregman continues to be bad. 0 for 5 with a K. I don't know what's up with him, man. I'm starting to get a little worried about him. Like, he's been fantastic for a majority of the season. It's just the last few weeks he's been bad, but like, he's your number 2 hitter. He's the guy you paid the big bucks to come in and be the enforcer. And over the last few weeks, he just hasn't done that. So it's been really unfortunate. Rafaela goes over. Hamilton goes over. It's just a crappy day overall. I don't really know what much more to say. And it's a really crappy day because of how the other games have gone. The Blue Jays lost again. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, if you would have won these 2 games against the Pirates, you'd be a game and a half back in the division. A game and a half back in the division. Now, you don't fall in the division, but you didn't, like the Blue Jays are winning games. When they lose, you have to capitalize, and you're not capitalizing. So that's really bad. The rest of the games as of right now are still ongoing. Every other team that matters is in like the first inning of their game. So if the Yankees win, they're going to be a game and a half up on you in the wild card, and that's not great. So yeah, I mean, it just, at this point, it is what it is. You're in a comfortable spot in the wild card, but you want to be the first wild card spot because you want home field advantage. That's not rocket science. So I don't know what the fix is. I don't know what to say. You've got Giolito on the mound today, so hopefully they clutch up, and hopefully they do not, I pray to God, do not get swept against the lowly 61-76 Pittsburgh Pirates. That's where we're going to end it, guys. Do the Red Sox win a game this series? Type W if you think they win today. Type S if you think they get swept. I'm still going to say they win. I hope they win. It's not just the pitching. The offense also needs to get going, but the pitching really didn't help you at all yesterday. But again, W for win, S for sweep. Let me know what you think. Make sure you go down, follow me on Twitter at JackLotteray. I'm posting about the Red Sox every single day. I'm live tweeting every game. And again, make sure you subscribe, join the family. We'll be back later today with a recap short, and then tomorrow with another video as well. That's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, go Sox.